The family of a teenager who took her own life in the care of Northern Territory authorities is calling on the Royal Commission into the Protection and Detention of Children to push for the use of kinship care. Maddy Downman's sister and aunt say that she'd be alive today if she'd been allowed to live with either of them rather than being kept in residential care. And a warning that this story from Bardon contains images of a person who's died.
Maddy Downman suicided in residential care in Darwin in 2014, aged 17.
I think she'd still be alive today if she would be living with me. Definitely, I think that 100%.
At 13, Maddy went into youth detention after vandalising a school in Catherine. She was placed into foster care after telling detention staff she was suicidal. Over 4 years, Maddy had 26 care placements. The inquest found her mother couldn't look after her because she had a stroke, and periods staying with her father and grandmother ended badly. When she was 20, her sister Shauna Downman applied to provide Maddy with a home.
All the paperwork and everything was in the process of being finalised, but then someone had kind of told me, no, you're not kind of old enough or responsible enough.
Her aunt says she wasn't asked.
There was 9 of us, Maddy's aunties and uncles, well 8, her father's 9. We could have took her, and gave her a safe home.
Northern Territory law requires attempts to place Indigenous children with extended family. The family want the Royal Commission to push the NT government to increase efforts to follow the rules.
They need to make sure they've contacted all the families in all the states. We've got family all over Australia.
There's not enough effort putting into finding family members that can actually look after these children.
The government is promising change.
One of the things we're really focusing on is making sure we're identifying appropriate kinship carers much earlier in the investigation process.
The family also want the Royal Commission to recommend that more support should be provided to troubled children in care. Maddy had alleged that she was sexually abused by an older cousin in Catherine, but this was unsubstantiated by the government.
When she told them, it was just kind of brushed off and was never handled after that.
Maddy pulled out of counselling 5 months before she died.
We know we have a substantive number of kids in care who need a range of supports. We need to make sure we've got staff who are properly trained.
Both women know the challenges. Liz Dempsey works at a youth service providing support in Mount Isa. Shauna Downman is an Aboriginal health worker.
We want to be there to help and, we want to kind of make a difference, but no one wants to make a change.
The family hope the Royal Commission will make recommendations next month that all state governments can learn from. Bardon, ABC News.